Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture. Today we're going over the third album by the Toronto-based group called Valley and their album called Last Birthday. So I got into these people like 2018 when they released their song "There's a Light in the House" and then a phone call in Amsterdam. Those were like amazing songs. They're still amazing songs to this day. Like I listen to it like a lot, but it's in a good handful of my playlists. But I really love that song. I love the album Maybe that the songs were came from. And I really, really liked it. And that was the album that actually got me into them. I was like, okay, I know for sure that I like them. I love their sound. I want to hear more. I did not go into The Room is White. For some reason, I kind of felt like it wasn't even on Spotify until it is now. I don't know. It was kind of weird. But anyway, so now we have this third album, and it's really cute. It's not as bad, it's not as great as Maybe, but it definitely is still peaks of doing. They're still talking about the fact that they talk about other things, and they kind of keep going with the kind of fun poppy-ish rocky kind of sound is really nice. I just love it. It's very upbeat, but at the same time still talking about stuff. And I feel like that's the same thing with Maybe, with their album Maybe and their EP Sucks to See You Doing Better. Like it definitely gives you the thing that it's definitely talking about actual like serious topics or topics about emotion and love and everything, but over some type of like very catchy beat, or they'll do like a silly song in the middle of it. It's just their whole whatever they're doing, I can't even break it down exactly how I feel, like what I actually, like the full on thing that is, that's really pulls me into them, but I just feel like it's really fun. They seem like they really have fun with their songs, and I love the fact you can hear pretty much everybody and the harmonies and everything. It sounds really nice. So let's go over this album, and I'll touch on it. It's very, very short. It's like 7 songs, which is the type of albums that I love. Because it definitely puts you in a space where it's like either you definitely know what you came to do, so you can do it within 7 songs, or it's gonna be a lot of songs that are just like burr, burr, kind of thing. This one kind of hits in the middle, honestly. I feel like I like all the songs pretty much except for Can We Make It and Cure. Not that I don't like those songs. It's more of it didn't really stand out as much as the other ones did. So, Oh Shit, Orion Love is the first song that comes out, which is the fourth and final single of this album. And I loved it immediately, and I just love the smoothness of it, the whole idea of like finding love unexpectedly, and just like, oh, oh, I think I'm in a love situation now, and how great it's going. And then you go into, well, I'll do some shout outs because I know there's a theme to this whole thing. There's Can We Make It, which talks about more of it seems like the significant other is having issues kind of seeing the positive in life, or maybe to the point where she doesn't really, they might even not really, to the point where it's like everything's negative to them. So the person just wants to be there for them and just like, hey, what can I do to make this better? What can I give you a bright side direction to this? Cure is another one, kind of keeps going with that, but just like wants to be that person's support, and it's more of a rock kind of production, which is really nice. But the ones I really like were Ain't My Girl. I love the kind of feel of just like, it's usually when you talk about thinking about your ex, it's either you're bawling, crying, and just like, I really miss her, and da 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 da, or it's like, fuck that guy, he's an asshole, da 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 da, I'm much better without him. But this one kind of hits a more kind of just looking back at it, not like sort of missing this girl, but at the same time, there's just seems to be this nice little like relaxed direction where he doesn't really tell you why they broke up or why things went shitty. It just, all he does is describing how all the good things that happened, how much she was his everything and all these things, and knowing that like as much as they're not together, he still sees her in that kind of light. And to the point that he also heard from Dylan, who heard it from Taylor, who heard it from Ashley, that they actually that girl misses him as well. So it's kind of fun, but it's still like a very lighthearted, just like, oh, that's really cute. It's kind of cuter than it is like, oh, a little vicious. The next one, which is the first single to this album, was like 1999. I really, really like this one. I always think about this direction too, because just like the idea of with phones and social media and all these other things, it kind of distracts it. is stuff that we never had in the 90s, and also I think in the 2000s maybe, but like that was, or early 2000, but like in that kind of space, like not everybody had a phone, so a lot of it was kind of depending on seeing the person in person and coming over to people's houses and all this stuff like that. And I feel like that's what they want to talk about, just going back to those days. um and he says, they say, like, we talk all the time, but it still feels like I'm just a voice on the line. I feel like that way. I feel like when it comes to like Instagram and Facebook, you don't really get that like complete. There's like a weird glare that I'm trying to like dodge with my glasses, but my glasses are huge, so it's just gonna be it. It feels like one of those things where it's just like you're just talking or texting or sending memes or whatever, but doesn't really connect as well as I would like it to be. Like I kind of want to. I feel like I entertain, but I am better of a friend when I'm like physically in front of them. And I feel like in that direction, like relying on like text, how are you doing? Da 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 da. This is valid, and it's just like, it feels like it's just it's just like a hair short from what you really want. Ooh, better lighting now. So going into the next one, yeah, but I really like that one. And then it goes into the next one with Society, which talks about their own issues as a band when it comes to making hits and knowing that the managers want more and more and more and more, and you gotta make another hit and another hit, and the best thing to do it is, as they say, is like another hit by Monday. If you want to be a star, gotta write a hit about Bacardi, parties, cars, bars, cars. And he also says, when you get what you want, but it's not enough. It's never enough. So it's just like, it seems like there's never a satisfying space inside just making music. You can't just make music just to make music. Or just to have that kind of voice. You have to climb those charts just to be noticed. And I also agree. I think it's completely sucks. Because then all those like really good songs and like albums and albums and singles that I definitely have come across, I find them like way better than some of the mainstream stuff that we come across, and it's just like, that sucks. They'll never get to feel this because it's not out there as much as it should be. So, and pretty much talking about how they're talking about how like they feel like maybe they sold out a bit just by the moment that they did kind of reach the charts and everything. And then going to the next one, which is the last one, is the third single to this album, which is Tempo, which I really liked. I was waiting for the fact that it's called Tempo. I was like, okay, they're gonna do something tricky with the tempo or do something with it, because they have to. It's like having a gun inside a movie and that's not been used and expecting it to be used. You know, there's a term for it. Then this one right here is, I love the production. I love the idea that it's talking about just loving this person, just really liking this person, everything that this person is. It says like, your touch is timeless, cut from the finest. You're like the shot before the buzzer, or before the buzzer goes. The world could stop just because of you. So yeah, I really like that. What I really love is the fact that finally near the end they did a slow down to the tempo and then added more like electric guitar over it. It was a really nice, clean like ending to it. I really like that. I feel like this album kind of doesn't have a direct. It feels like it has a storyline, or not storyline, like a baseline of what it's about, but I feel like there's some songs that kind of go off the other side. But at the same time, I really like the songs, and I definitely like the songs after Cure. I think it's a really good, solid songs after that. Let's see. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Leave a comment below, tell me what you thought. If you know these people, let me know. If you have a favorite song from them, let me know as well. If you like The Room is White, should I give it a chance? Let me know. And if you like this video, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell too, so you get more of my videos. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next video.